What's up, everybody? It's your girl Shay Live,
And it's Asia,
and this is Same Sis.
but different.
And again, we are doing this show from the comforts of our own homes as we are staying safe and staying home. Okay. We're in different rooms, as you can tell from us.
We're giving you guys like every day. Every episode will be in a different room. This is in the corner of my dining room.
And this is like by my closet in my room. So sliding door.
Very cute.
Like a mirrored closet door, but like haven't got there yet, you know? It's only been a few months. But no, we wanted to keep it relevant, keep it cute for this episode. So we're not going to do too much stuff on COVID-19, but we will be talking another episode about quarantining, but this time quarantining with Bae.
Which we both are doing currently.
Yes. And we also wanted to touch on what single people are doing when they're quarantining. Like, are you risking it all to go see your boo? Like, has it been too long? Have you stopped talking to them? So we're going to get into a lot of stuff. But first, let's get a toast. The first time I've remembered in 8 episodes. And today, I unfortunately don't have my glass. I am done washing dishes, done with it, and my personalized wine glass in the dishwasher, and I got plastic cups. So that's what you'll be seeing, because I don't like doing the dishes and I don't have a dishwasher. So
cheers
to keeping relationships strong during this quarantine.
Absolutely. Cheers. Again, I cheers to you with my nasty ass nails.
Speaking of nails, if you watched the last episode, I was ripping and raving about getting a new Apris nail set. I did actually do my nails with the Apris nail set, and they came out pretty good. I put them on Instagram. If you don't follow me, it's at Shade Live. Put them on Instagram. I got a lot of good feedback, but I only kept them on for a week because I wanted to like get better at it. So I'm doing another set on Sunday. I think this is coming out Monday, so I'll have it done the next time I see you guys.
Sure. What I will say is that I did see them and they were really good. Very profesh, very salon profesh.
Thank you. You know, I really do try to be the best at whatever I choose to do.
I also told you and you all that my dip was coming in. It still has not come in. So there's my update for my nails. So I'm still rocking the ratchets, low cut ratchets, but they're getting better daily. So
I like they do look healthy though, at the very least.
You know what? Cheers to healthy nails.
Healthy nails.
Also, if you or anybody else is a Trader Joe'er, $2 Chuck is back, and that is what I'm drinking right now.
The crazy thing is that there's only one Trader Joe's here in my area of Long Beach, like that is like within like 5 miles.
Yeah.
And it's always like the line goes to the street from the door.
Yeah, I'm sure there's only one.
I've been going around.
Hi. Yeah. Well, $2 Chuck is back. That's what I'm drinking. You're drinking white wine as well?
Yes, I'm drinking Saint Michelle, Chateau Saint Michelle Riesling.
Oh my God, what in the fancies. Well, happy Friday, happy episode 8, happy life, happy quarantining with Bae. Cheers to you and cheers to all. Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's get into it, sis.
Yeah.
So, since we're both quarantining with our baes, how has it been going for you? How are you and Trey? What is your everyday like? Your day to day? Are you guys fighting? Are you guys being obsessed with each other? Give us all the goods.
Okay, so it actually has been a very pleasant quarantine here at our residence. But I'll save it for later. Like, we don't really see each other 24/7. So I think that's the big difference. But it's been good. I mean, like, me and Trey have only been dating for almost, like a year and a half officially. So I guess we're just like obsessed with each other.
Mhm.
So even when we're like just, I don't know, we just find things to do and make things fun. Like it's been a cool, we're both like going fucking nuts because
Yeah.
we're used to being out and like doing things and we like to vacation and stuff like that. So like just being in the house for a month has been like
A lot,
but
yeah.
finding ways to like make it fun and like, you know,
Is it harder than you expected or easier? Or what you expected?
I would probably say easier.
Mhm.
Yeah, because everything's been like smooth sailing. I think we've gotten into one argument and it was literally when quarantine like began, like when the shutdown actually happened.
Mhm.
But it had nothing to do with us like just being in each other's space. It was
Yeah.
just like an argument that happened. And that's been the only thing.
Well, I will say, like, being in a successful like relationship where you're in love, you should still be obsessed with him all the time. I mean, like Trey and I just celebrated our 3 year this week, which was really fun. But thank you. Um, but we're still very much so obsessed with each other. We get along very well. So it's been just nice for me to be able to be home. And we just keep saying that it's a nice pre-wedding like treat that we've been able to like in year 3 all day every day, which we've never ever done, be in each other's space. I think it's like a really nice test for us pre-marriage. And I feel the same way. Like I feel like we've been doing pretty good. Like we just love each other, so it's like we're just having fun and we're laughing. Today we're in a fight, so like that's our first like get out of my face, don't talk to me.
Oh man.
So it's very, very ironic that it's happening right now, but it's the fight is about space. So it's like I we'll get into that in the next topic, but yeah, I feel like it's been really chill. We've been having fun, playing games, cooking a lot with each other. Like it's been fun. I've been having a good time, but I feel like anybody would have those sentiments if you are in a like successful, flourishing, relationship where you have like, respect, love, trust, all the BS with it. Like, I feel like you should be having a good time. Like, it's like you are getting to just like spend all day, every day, or whatever time you do have in the quarantine with your significant other, and it should be like a good time. So I'm glad you're having a good time, and as are we.
I know, I'm sure you guys will literally be over before the night ends, but I will say though, like, I don't know, I feel like that it could go either way because you can totally be in love, but like not see your significant other all that much, and you guys are cool with the like, I'm out all day, I'm working, I'm doing this, I'm being a mom, I'm being a daughter, like whatever the case may be, and then coming home and being with each other kind of like as a safe space is like, I finally get to see you, but then like you might brush some things under the rug because it's like, it's not bothering me all that much, but now it's like in your face 24/7, you're like, like I can understand why people are getting frustrated. And I actually have read a few articles about how the divorce rate is like going up during this quarantine, and how
I'm sure
therapists and experts have been saying that they are predicting a crazy spike in divorce once this is over, if
I'm sure
ever ends.
No, I'm 100% sure.
But yeah, so like I can totally understand people like, I don't know, like especially if you have already kind of weird communication, like confrontation issues.
Yeah.
Being with somebody for literally all day can definitely be.
Well, I feel like the basis of a relationship is communication and being, with each other so often. It's like you have to really rely on the communication. And if it's not there, if it's already having trouble, like this is not going to be a positive place for you if you're just in a bad space with your person. Like I could see it going like south if it wasn't good. But what is like something that pre-quarantine you didn't know about Trey, or you didn't like, I guess you didn't know about Trey, something new that you've like found out about him and that you're like, oh, you do this or you say that?
I guess like little things, because I mean we're obviously getting to know each other every day and we will for probably like the rest of our lives, but I work better. Well, not work better, but like I can still be productive in the bed. Like I like to work in the bed. If I don't have to get up, till noon, like, and I can just be on my computer. Like, I love that.
Same.
He needs to like, get up, have
Yeah.
breakfast, be at a desk, or like up, like in out of bed.
Yes.
So we definitely differ there.
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually a good thing, but I'll save that for when you talk about like just how to stay sane with your significant other in quarantine. But yeah, so we're definitely different in that perspective. And he actually, well, I guess I'm not too surprised about it, but he's more of a homebody than me for the most part. Like, he definitely likes to work more than I do. I do not like to work, but I like to be out and about, and sometimes he is more of a homebody. But during this quarantine, like, he's the one who's like, I need to get out.
Yeah.
So I would say
I feel like it's very similar to me and Trey. Like, Trey needs, like, he's very much so really good at having a schedule, like, at home. Like, so if he's out on a run, it's like a 30-minute run, and he comes back right after the 30-minute mark, and then he does like he has his whole thing, and I'm just like, I can do this whole day in bed. Like, I can get everything that I need to get done. If I need my laptop, like, I can lay in bed and do that. So we definitely differ there. I think what I've learned the most is just like him and his personal space is like a very big and sacred thing. And I think what I'm learning through the fight that we're in now and in general is that with the help of him and myself, we need to kind of understand what verbiage needs to be said to each other to not offend one another when we need like spaces and like get the fuck out of my face space versus like you're on the couch, me in the bed. So like that, I think for sure we are it's being highly tested, but we are learning, and I'm sure we will be fine by tonight since I'm making him cook me dinner. So.
I think that's the biggest thing with even like the divorce rate going up. Not to say that people aren't fighting for their relationships or anything, but I think that sometimes it's just that lack of understanding.
I'm moving my leg. So sorry.
I think it's just that lack of understanding or communication or figuring out the love language of your partner.
Yes.
And that love language can change. So like always staying in tune with like what makes that person happy and what makes you happy and how to come to that common ground. I think that's the one thing where it's like a lot of people don't understand, like you're constantly changing even in a relationship, so you have to know, or you have to be open to like doing different things and understanding different things as time goes.
Right. I agree 100%. What has been your favorite thing to do with Trey in this quarantine? Like what's something as a couple that you've been like, oh, we have been doing?
I love that we do Spanish. We learned Spanish together. We both are kind of at the same level of Spanish. Like a lot of time when we do things together, it's like one person has done it or like knows more than the other person or whatever. But I think Spanish, we started on the same like level, and we're good with being like studying it together. So that's been cool. Me and Trey have never really been great at working out together because Trey is a former professional athlete. And you know, I'm a former athlete, but like stopped seriously working out like at 18. So working out has always been interesting for us because he is like so much like more
into it. Yeah.
But I do like to work out, so we have been doing home workouts together. We do trainer Trey's Zoom sessions, so that's been cool to do together. Anything that we do get to do together in the house has been fun because we're both still working. So Trey wakes up at 4:30 in the morning. I wake up at like 6:37, and like I said, I stay in the bed and he'd be out in his little makeshift office in the dining room. So we don't really see each other unless we like, if I go to make breakfast, or if he comes in just like be like, hey, like what's up? But we don't really see each other until like 1 o'clock.
Okay.
So I would say, yeah. And then we also like live for Family Feud, not just like the game, like playing together, but like watching Family Feud together.
Yes. That's so funny. We do too. And
Yeah.
we'll guess it like before it. Every single time we'll like guess all of it before.
me.
And we'll be like, oh my God, we'd be so good at this.
Yeah, no, like last night, like we make bets. Like it's like, okay, I bet you I can get more number one answers than you can. Like, so
yeah, Family Feud is serious.
Fun competitive thing, I guess. But yeah, I guess the best, the most fun that is like learning a new language and like just being able to spend a lot more time together.
Right.
How about you guys?
I think it's definitely the working out part, because he's been trying to really motivate me, but it's been really tough working and like coming home and I'm tired. And then like he also is a personal trainer and so is like really into fitness, which is amazing, but I am not. But like in my heart I am. Like I'm like, oh, I would really want to look that way, and I would really want to be able to work hard to look that way, but also to like when I have to do it, I have like such an attitude because I hate working out, especially at a gym. So I think our most like bonding thing is like I'm calling myself the manager of his trainer Trey sessions. So I'm sending out like, you know, his schedule and getting all that together and like watching him like prepare for that and actually like participating in it. It's helped me like working out more, at least his method, which before this I was like, I hate it. Even your method, I hate it. Like I don't want to do it. So that's been like a nice bonding experience with each other, especially because I know how much he wanted me to like love it. And so now I've seen like a huge change in my body in 2 weeks and I've really been enjoying it. So I think that's like our biggest thing. We've been cooking a lot together, but I feel like we cook together often. So this time it's just like about like making Pinterest stuff or like getting new recipes or using our actual cookbooks to cook with each other. That's been cool. But I think overall it's the working out together that I just love the fact that I hated it and now I'm like really enjoying it. So I guess that's it.
Okay, so I want to get into my favorite now official segment of the show, and that is tips and tricks. So we're gonna give you some, pointers on how to stay sane and stay happy in these times with your bae in quarantine if it's not going so well, and honestly, even if it is going well, to just continue that happiness and that good vibe. Okay, so my first thing is something I already kind of mentioned, but just not be each other's face all damn day, okay? Because I don't care who it is, you're gonna get annoyed with somebody if you see them for 24 hours a day, every single day, especially for as long as we've been in the house. Like, you're gonna find something. And for me specifically, like, I get annoyed on a regular day that I'm not quarantined. So we don't really be in each other's face all day. We're, like I said, we're both still working. So I work in the bedroom, he works in the dining room, and then we come together to like work out or do Spanish or whatever and just hang out after we're done with our work for the day. Not to say that we don't like pop in on each other while we're working, like if we have a break or whatever, but definitely different workspaces. It just makes that much of a difference. And also just making sure that you get your alone time, because a lot of people actually aren't working. So it's a blessing that we're both still working. But if you aren't working and you're just like, I wake up with him, we watch TV together, we do everything together, I think it's just really important to have some alone time, whether it's just like I'm going in the room, closing the door, calling my best friend, calling my mom, or reading a book or watching my favorite TV show for an hour or whatever.
Hardcore. My head keeps
like whatever it may be, just kind of taking 30 minutes to an hour at least for some time to yourself and do whatever makes you happy, whether that's like anything.
I feel like that touches on our last episode when we were talking about what we can do for ourselves. Like that schedule that we talked about, I think is like super important here as well, to not only just like stick to your schedule, which will make it be like not our schedule. So it'll be like, I have my day, you have your day. I'll see you when our appointments match up. So our workout appointment happens to be at 3 in the living room together. I'll see you then. And then I'll see you back for our dinner appointment at 7:30.
Right. especially like during the week, because during the weekends, I mean, for the most part, we probably are together from the time we wake up to we go to sleep, but it's only 2 days out of the week. So like, I'm not saying you have to like have totally separate things to do every single day. And I purposefully said like call somebody or watch a TV show in your alone time, because like you don't necessarily have to do something productive. Do something that like takes your mind, makes your mind at ease, makes you chill for a second,
and makes you not up underneath your significant other.
Right.
I think another tip and trick to sustaining this here quarantine life with Bae is also too, like for you guys, it's learning Spanish, which is something new for you guys to do together. Us, it's working out, which is our thing. Like, find something that you guys can do together that's like new and fresh and fun. That's like your new quarantine hobby, like your new quarantine skill that you guys like wouldn't have time for before. Or like maybe he like is obsessed, like Trey is obsessed with working out. I really wasn't, but I was like, you know what? This will make us bond. This will make us like a little tighter if I can just like be a bit consistent with it. And then I ended up liking it. So like take one person's hobby or one person's skill and like make it a both of y'all thing now, you know? So just like keep fun, fresh ideas flowing and things that like are so far-fetched that you could only think of being like, oh, when we have the time, we would do this. And like now that you do have the time, like do it, you know?
Yeah. Another thing to piggyback off of, like you said, like you guys work out, I think just moving your body in general, like getting off the couch or out the bed, and doing something for like a bit, like at least 30 minutes, at least get your endorphins up. And honestly, like when your endorphins are high, it boosts your mood. Like there's been studies that it boosts your immune system. Like it just is really good to get you going, whether it's just like, okay, that was my 30 minutes dancing, working out. If you want to TikTok, whatever you want to do that you're like moving around, like that's a really good idea to just like put your mood in your spot.
I agree. And like we have a dog, so like it's very nice. Like sometimes we'll take our coffee and like we'll walk the block and we'll do like different routes that is not our general route, because it's like, oh, like usually we have a timed 15-minute, you know, walk in the morning, but like now that we have the time, let's do a 30-minute walk and let's take him like up the hill and like just different. Even that, like that's what I'm saying, like just anything different than what you normally do, like you have the time to do it. So like for us, it was exploring like our neighborhood. We live in Glendale, but like we're right on the line of Eagle Rock. So I'm like, us walking up that neighborhood versus that neighborhood that we always do, like it's different for us. It's fun. Like it makes us talk about different things. Like I'm like, oh my God, this house is so big. Wow, no one would ever know that it was here. Like it just allows you to have a more expansive day with your partner. Which is great. So a lot of new fun hobbies and skills, pick up, you know, his or hers or whatever, you know, skill and hobby and make it y'all's thing. It's fun. And too, like even things that you'd have to do yourself, like Trey cut my hair. Like I would have to cut my hair and like, I'm like, okay, well here's, you know, a trust test.
Never happened in our house.
I know the one time that I was cutting your hair at your old spot and your Trey was like, and what are you doing? I'm like, I'm cutting her hair like I've been doing. I'm good at it. I can do it. You're not doing it. If you feel away, you don't have to do it.
No, I've been asking Trey if I could like give him a haircut forever, and he like will not let me. And I know how to cut. I wouldn't volunteer myself if I thought that I would like completely fuck it up. But like I've cut hair before, so I'm like, oh babe, would you trust me to cut your hair? And he's like, absolutely not.
I know.
I would
saying the exact same thing, but I'm like, I can do it. Like I've done it before to another individual.
Right.
And I did pretty well. So like I can do it, but no, mine, you know how I have like 3 layers. So I cut mine and then I needed it to be like precisely cut from the back. And I was like, all right, this is what I need. And he's there with the comb. He combed it out. He straightened it out. He combed it out. He straightened it out. He's like, all right, here we go. Snip. I'm like, and we are here. We are. You just cut my hair. Okay. But honestly, like
tomorrow at 9. ecstatic. Like I love having braids in, but I love taking them out. Like and feeling my scalp and seeing how long my hair grew and stuff. So Trey will be helping me take my braids out. Like that. He does help me take my braids out.
Well, hey, even in that, there's so many people in quarantine that have their protective styles in now that it's like, okay, we've been in here for about a month. They got to come out. So like you and Bay sit down, pop in your, binge worthy show or movie.
Like literally our plans for tomorrow is like we're going to work out in the morning. If we have any work to do, we'll take that in the morning. And John Wick comes on tomorrow on USA at 2:30. And you can't stream John Wick literally anywhere unless you buy it.
Really?
Yeah, you can stream 2 and 3, but the first one you have to like buy. So we were like, I was like, oh my God, it's coming on tomorrow. So we'll take my hair out and watch John Wick. And I just have one last little comment to make about in this tips and tricks segment. You guys are gonna get so annoyed with me because I actually love saying that. But anyway,
well, who cares? I'm not. The real thing is, Shayna, do I get annoyed? And no, the answer is no.
I do care about the audience, so too. No.
We do care about y'all, but will we change tips and tricks for you? No.
Let us know in the comments if you like tips and tricks. But no, it's kind of like some advice too. It's just like make sure you take care of yourself first and make sure that you are happy with yourself first, because I think that's another reason why a lot of people get frustrated with the relationship because they're looking for their happiness in the other person. And it's like, that's really unfair to ask somebody to make themselves happy and you happy and you're not making yourself happy. So I think just making sure that every day you're taking care of yourself, whatever that may be. And I mean, if you guys watch this, you know me and Asia live for like face masks and hair masks and doing things like just that kind of keep us relaxed in general, or like make our hair grow, make our skin clear, whatever. Like whatever your thing is, if that's like drawing or poetry or just being on the computer doing something, like whatever makes you happy, make sure that you're happy on the inside first before you make it somebody else's task to kind of make you happy every day.
And you can look at that as like the most positive part of this whole situation, being quarantined with your significant other, is like every day you have to learn and grow within yourself for yourself. But like this is a time where like it's tested, your relationship is tested, and it's like if you love the person enough and you want it really to work, you're gonna reflect on yourself and like be the best version and like dig deep into finding that best version for yourself to produce for the other person, and they should be doing the same for you. So like it's a nice tip, it's a nice trick.
Right. So just make sure that like you're understanding that this is everybody's taking this differently. Like this is a really hard time. It's a trying time. Fear is kind of taking over and keeping your faith is becoming really hard. So just stay faithful, stay understanding, know that like the other person is handling this their own way. So make sure that you're happy first, help the other person to maintain their happiness. And I think that is the most important thing when you're quarantining with Bae.
And that's why tips and tricks ain't going nowhere, because we're spitting the knowledge, darlings.
This is where you're going to get the real gems.
Let's wrap it up with the last topic of our day/night/episode. For all of our single followers, listeners, viewers, what's been going on with y'all? What's happening with y'all? Leave us comments, questions, concerns. But I think we do have a couple of tips and tricks.
Yeah, we did guys ask because a lot of people that I know, I mean, I won't just speak for me, but like you can say, I feel like a lot of your friends are in relationships, but a lot of my friends are single. And, you know, I think it's been interesting to see like who's really quarantining and taking social distancing serious, opposed to those people who are like, it's been 2 weeks, like he hasn't gone nowhere, I haven't gone nowhere, so if we meet up, it don't matter, like.
And I'm like selfishly, I'm like, no, but then I'm also too like, I see your point.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm on the fence about it because obviously it's not something that I'm battling, so I can't say like what I would do because I'm not in the situation. But I understand like one, if I was in the house by myself for the last month, I think I would be going a little nutty. And I, like, my mom asked me the other day, like, if you still lived in your apartment and Trey was living in his apartment, like, would you let him come over? And I was like, yeah.
Like, you know what, Mom? That hypothetical is just, I don't receive it.
Yeah, because they're just like, you know, I think people are a little judgy on social media about like, oh, people aren't taking this serious and this and that, but like, I think it's very hard to be in the house by yourself with your own thoughts and and just like, you know, no interaction at all. But like, I think you have to find like a common ground. Like, you can't be leaving every other day. Like, we got to figure out, like, you staying here or what we gotta do.
Yeah, I have a friend that you know, that has a roommate that you know.
Okay.
And the friend basically was like, bitch, your man is staying or he's not, but he's not coming every other day. Like, he's either quarantining for the 2 weeks in this house or not. But like, the in and out, like, that's the whole point. Like, people are not understanding that, like, when you're out of your house is when you are in danger. So like, you cannot just come in and out with wherever you've been into my house. If you and Trey, or me and Trey, were fiancés, boyfriend and girlfriend, but we lived in different houses and we both did the 2 weeks, would we be like, all right, we did 2 weeks, come over?
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We knew, like, up until the actual shutdown, like, I feel like everybody kind of felt it coming, whether it was going to come or not. You felt it a little bit. Like, you heard something, you were watching the news with the president, whatever. During that moment of, I don't know what's going on, it'd be like, yo, whose house we staying at? Because they about to shut this shit down.
Yes, but Shayna, people are not like us, girl.
But I'm saying that's because me and him are at a point where, like, we're together. That you are my boyfriend, I am your girlfriend. Like, we're together. And, like, you're engaged. But, like, for people that are, like, single and still dating, it's like, if you haven't been together with this person for some months prior to all of this, like, this isn't the time for y'all to be dating. Sorry. Like, if you want to go on dates, y'all need to FaceTime.
And get to know each other there.
Yeah.
Act like we're in high school, darlings. Just talk for hours.
It's definitely not worth it for somebody new that you don't even know. Like, and again, all of my opinions, you gonna do what you're gonna do, but I just feel like if it's somebody new, like,
but the tips and tricks you're gonna get at Sane, sis. We're just trying to keep y'all safe, okay?
But, you know, I have been reading a lot on the internet that studies are also showing that people that are single are going back to old relationships during this quarantine time. Mm-hmm. So my first original thought was like, no, don't go back to nothing because you're, like, lonely and, you know, are just going through an uncomfortable time. But I don't know. I feel like if you are thinking of that person and realizing how much they meant to you or mean to you, and realizing how happy you are with that person, opposed to just going back to somebody because you're lonely. Like, I think there's two sides to it, right? Like, there's the people that are just going back to this person because, like, they have good sex or they, you know, just want somebody to talk to. But I think there are probably people that are like, dang, like, I would appreciate to be quarantined for time. I would appreciate this person in my life. And I think
that's trusting a lot. I think people ain't shit and they're bored.
Yeah, I think, there's definitely a good amount of people that are just bored and want somebody to talk to. And if that's the case, you need to just get on a dating app and meet new people. Talk to everybody.
At this point, like, talk about future. Like, oh yeah, when we get out of here, let's do this, do that. Like, get to know someone new. Because, you said that you were about to wrap it up. I'm about to say the same thing. But I did want to see what you thought about some of these celebrities and how they're deciding to quarantine. Like, you know, Carucci and Victor Cruz are quarantining separately since he lives in New York, she lives in LA. So
I didn't know that.
yes, and they've been so cute, and they do lives like every week, and they go live with each other.
I've seen Janae Aiko and Big Sean's live.
Yeah,
That was cute.
yeah. I think like
Like they're
that.
not together when everybody know they are.
What is that anyway? It's
I
for
don't
another day.
know.
For another day. But I think that that's really cute in general. Like I love Christine and Victor Cruz. But I think that that's really cute because I mean they're celebrities. They have a whole lifestyle to uphold. So like to share that with their following and their fans and whatever, and like it's cool because I definitely watched it. Not gonna lie. But like you kind of got to know more of them, which was nice. And like
Oh, it didn't. See, I follow Crunchy, but I don't follow Victor Cruz anymore. But I didn't see it.
oh, it was so cute, and it was cute because you saw the way that they speak to each other. So like
they're very cute. I watched an interview. It was them, and they were on Sergi Baca's food show, like YouTube show.
mm-hmm.
And they were very cute the way that they interacted. Like I really do like them together. I think they're like probably gonna get married at some point.
I agree. But yeah, they've been doing their live, and it's been really, really cute. And I think that's also been a cool thing for everybody in this whole quarantine. I feel like everybody, their biggest platform, especially if you're celebrities, is Instagram, is social media. So getting to know like fans and followers getting to know them has been really cool. So that's been a cute moment. I will say I saw French Montana quarantining with like some random chick.
Random chick is Nicki Minaj's husband's ex.
Yes. Yeah, see that, like that. And then I went on his page and he's like going live and is like with like a bunch of people, like in the studio, like kicking it. So I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Like more than 10 people.
I wouldn't say more than 10, but like throwing a party.
Technically, the rule is no gatherings over 10 people.
Wow.
But I also will say, depending on when they got to wherever they are, because he's on vacation, right?
Mm-mm. He's at his Miami home.
Okay, so depending on, when he got there and whoever else got there, I think like Lala Anthony was saying, like she left New York and brought like all of her nieces and nephews, her like sister, like I think her mom, Carmelo, her son, like they're all quarantining together.
Yeah.
So I think it just depends on like, did you guys also together?
I agree with families. Obviously, if you have the means and you can do that, that's amazing. I think that's great. But like, I just don't know if like people should be getting flued out. I think flued out for right now is not it.
Yeah, I think I mean, well, we don't know when she got there.
We don't. Either way, seeing some of these celebrities, I'm like, I don't know if you're quarantining like the way you should be quarantining.
Right.
Again,
even like Tory Lanez with his quarantine radio. Like there's a good amount of people in that Miami condo.
There are.
It's a good amount of people.
But I'm watching.
Oh yeah, I'm watching. I know there's a good amount of people in there because I'm watching.
Because we are tuned in.
Yeah. I personally wouldn't do it, but I understand to a degree why people are feeling like, especially because the government said like less than 10 people is okay, which I feel like is that you should have never said that because like, okay, so if me and my 5 friends get together every Saturday, like that's still not social distancing. So
y'all don't live together.
Right.
Well, I just hope that everybody out there is social distancing in the appropriate way. Again, for them, no judgment by either one of us.
Yeah, we just want everybody to be safe.
We just want everybody to be safe. We hope that all of our tips and tricks for quarantining with Faye, for quarantining with roommate Faye, for quarantining with whatever your significant other or whoever your significant other is, we hope that we've at least given you our tips and tricks and what has worked for us and just spreading the love and spreading the knowledge that we have gained throughout these last couple of weeks on quarantine with our bays.
And we want you guys to definitely leave some comments below. Let us know how you're quarantining. Are you with a roommate? Are you with Bae? Are you single? Are you still risking it all going to Bae's house every couple of weeks? Let us know.
What are y'all doing?
No judgment. We just, we want to know what y'all do.
We want to know what you do when you do it. We love you guys. Make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube, following us on all of our social media
At Same Sis Podcast.
What else we got?
And like, comment. You said subscribe already. Just, stay tuned in with us. Make sure that you are listening on Spotify if you guys like that platform better than YouTube. Let us know just what you guys like better too, because we've been kind of going back and forth with should we do audio? Is this visual still cute enough aesthetically? If you like watching us on YouTube or if you like listening on Spotify, let us know in the comments.
We love you. We will see you next time.
Bye, guys.